Communication and meetings. Are you lonely? Don't like working on your own? Hate making decisions? Then call a meeting. You can see people, draw flowcharts, feel important, impress, all your company time. Meetings are practical alternative to work. People who enjoy meetings should not be in charge of anything. Another one, I love this one. If I die, I hope it's during a staff meeting because the transition to death will be so subtle. And IT meetings, stressing the importance of getting stuff done instead of actually getting it done. You know, there are many different forms of communication we have. We have Skype, we have impromptu meetings, we have emails, we have telephone calls. And I put this in, remember the good old days. You know, the good old days before we had these. Many of you can't remember those good old days. But I tell you, when I went on holiday, in the good old days, I said to my team, goodbye. See you in 2 weeks. Not now. Everyone expects you to be available 24/7 because of these things. And I think sometimes it's good for us to switch these off and have some quality time with our family. Nobody on their deathbed ever said, I wish I spent more hours in the office. Many people said, I wish I spent more hours with the family. You know, and I said yesterday, 70% of meetings are useless, the other 30% are a waste of time. And if you go to lots of meetings, then question it, because maybe they're not worthwhile. I never ever went to a meeting without an agenda. I used to say to them, if you can't be bothered putting an agenda together, I can't be bothered turning up. So tomorrow you're going to get the second half, you're going to get the solution. But I'm going to hand over to Tal to introduce one of my favorite speakers, Les. But Tal, over to you.
So before you go, we have a question and a compliment. If this will be on. Okay, can you get the questions on the screen? If not, I will read it. The question, I understand you don't like monolithic test scripts, but what about repeatability and regression testing?
Well, as I said, I think the three reasons, the second one was automation. And with automation is repeatability. And if you're running these scripts manually over and over again, I would leave the company, seriously. I don't think we are meant as human beings to repeat anything more than once. I'll say that again. I don't think, that's a joke. But seriously, automation, fantastic. It's repeatability. And we've got to do regression testing, but automate them. Don't do this manually. It'll tear your hair out. We've got to vary our tests to find more bugs. And I like it to James Bark. James Bark said this. He said, your scripts, your procedures are like a roadmap through a minefield. He said, the first time you go through it, you might find a few mines. But the second time you follow the same path, you won't find anything. And if our job is finding lots of mines, then I don't want to go through the same path. So repeatability, absolutely, but automate it. Don't do it manually.